ED is in the hot pursuit of suspects in Liquorgate probe, which has opened a Pandora's box that may have added to the woes of Manish Sisodia and his alleged accomplices when it comes to the contentious Liquorgate. Now, the stunning charges made in the remand note of Binoy Babu. For the very first time, the agency on record stated that bribes worth ₹100 crores have been paid. But what is damning is that these charges might spell trouble for Manish Sisodia.
So this is not for the first time that seems to be happening, as multiple arrests that have already been taken place by the ED because they have revealed how powerful coterie in the Aam Aadmi Party and a cartel of liquor barons and bureaucrats systematically tried to allegedly wipe out all traces of incriminating digital evidences after the ED began with its investigation in the new liquor excise policy that was hastily scrapped by the Delhi government. 34 people involved in the excise scam that includes accused number 1, Manish Sisodia, who has changed 140 phones. So why the ED believes that there is a certain nexus between the netas and the liquor manufacturers is because the excise policy was put on the website on the 5th of July, but the agency suspects that the documents related to the policy were leaked to certain manufacturers on the 31st of May last year as well. So even the excise officials were given a midnight approval from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. despite working hours being from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Now, on the other hand, Times Now has also accessed a damning note which reveals how Kejriwal's deputy allegedly tried to access documents relating to Liquorgate, including excise policy note and tender documents. Now, despite the paper trail of alleged misuse of office by Manish Sisodia, the Deputy Chief Minister deflected blame to the BJP. So as far as the developments are concerned, on the other hand, we have the BJP, which has come forward saying that it is high time that the Kattar Brasht Sisodia be sacked. Listen in.
Why was it required to get documents on a pen drive? If it was an official request, that request would have brought the files and the concerned paper to the minister's office. But seeking it on a pen drive separately would raise questions that why was it so needed? Any state that has e-governance standards, these things can be also seen directly on the e-governance portals in terms of signatures and all. You don't need to download it onto a pen drive and see it in a separate computer. So these are very, very serious questions, and answers must be forthcoming on them.
Is a criminal act. It is a clear-cut proof of sabotage, interference and obstruction in the probe relating to the Sharab Ghotala, where he himself is accused number 1. It is legally and constitutionally and morally untenable. And this shows that Manish Sisodia should have been sacked long back by Mr. Kejriwal. But the reason he has not been sacked is so that Manish Sisodia as minister can interfere in the judicial process, in the investigative process. And today, Mr. Kejriwal, after this letter has come out, it is untenable for him to continue as a minister. He should have been sacked long.
Well, Bhavtosh is joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Bhavtosh. Now, as far as the letter to the Excise Commissioner, that has also been accessed so far, which clearly shows that there was an apparent misuse of the office by the Deputy CM, and how, in a way, the office was being used when it comes to getting more details on the tenders as well. That was itself under question.
Good morning, Amita. In fact, the development that had taken place yesterday, the letter that Times Now has accessed, clearly shows that there was an attempt to interfere with the probe. The probe that was started by the CBI happened on 17th of August. The question is, why was he trying to access these documents when the investigation started way back in August? And that's the reason why this matter has been red flagged. Manish Sisodia and others know that both CBI as well as Enforcement Directorate will be filing their charge sheets in this case very soon. Yesterday's development were in fact very explosive. The news break that was done by Times Now that Sharath Reddy as well as Binoy Babu have been have been arrested in this case, and then the damning revelations that were made by the Enforcement Directorate's Counsel in the courtroom, where it has been said that 100 crore rupees bribe have changed hands in this entire case. 2,300 crore rupees scam we are looking in this entire matter. 2,300 crore rupees of proceeds of crime. This has been mentioned by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, the possible there could be a possibility that there is a destruction of evidence. The ED has said that 34 suspects in this case have changed 142 phones, and this is not an allegation that have been leveled by the Enforcement Directorate just during the court of hearing. They have also mentioned in the remand note of Sharath Reddy. Now, this is a very serious charge that ED has leveled. Yes. And they have said that the accused have done so when they have realized that ED is inching very close to them.
Yes, of course. These are the damning allegations which have come forward as far as the remand note is concerned, which has, of course, put the Aam Aadmi Party in the hot spot. Thank you, Bhavatosh, for all those updates. But let's